Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. They're lining up to boot it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Well, they wasted no time making sure that their star touched the ball and felt the game early.
And how about the defense? You've been game planning for this guy all week long. You knew they were going to feature him. The first play, you give up a play to him, that DC's over there scratching his head and saying some words that I can't say on the airway.
They'll try the run. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the tailback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Better find the ear plugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass, feeling some heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down, fourth down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And after that, best thing you can do, punt it away. Here comes the special teams. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Robinson will throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
He's going to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's good. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Caught over the middle. It's good. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough space. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense getting set for first down. Wide receiver shows motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This offense really needs to get something going. Hunt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's good. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The pull and throw off the RPO.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Robinson looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. And they're not on the same page there.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's good. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
When you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the grab over the middle. Oh, they knock it free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
As the defense comes out, they've got them pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle, H. Matthews. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 1st down from their own 22. He's gonna pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. It's caught. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Stumbled to the ground.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man in the middle. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Unloads it left. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the money, and he makes the play.
Looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Never a doubt.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Good. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. To the air on first down. Looking for a huge play. Snags it down the right side. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got room at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throwaway.
To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll try the 2-point conversion and try to crawl within 3. Trying to run it in. And he'll be brought down.
And they got him on the ground just short at the 1-yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense and making that thing fall just short.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense set for a 1st down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Caught behind the line. It's Parks. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
He makes the catch. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
Another 1st down. for the offense.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They keep attacking through the air. He looks that one in nicely. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Now on second down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Running back goes in motion. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
After that incompletion on third and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on fourth down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the right. And the ball is intercepted.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
We'll see if they go into a 4-minute offense, try to bleed the clock, or will they stay aggressive with a couple of minutes to play? Caught in the backfield, it's Parks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Nice move to pick up yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a two-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal.